Let's move on to the trending topics now. First up, hashtag Mkhwebane. And this, of course, the suspended public protector advocate Busisiwe Mkhwebane. There is, of course, the ongoing Section 194 inquiry into her fitness to hold office, but also those allegations of bribery by some members of parliament. And now, as the story is developing, it seems as though the approach was made to her husband. But as we say, these are all allegations
at the moment,
there has been pushback, of course, from those who've been implicated. But that story, of course, is still very much on the cards.
Yeah, and it was a big one. It was the one that I think it was in the Sunday World yesterday.
Yes.
So it was quite a big one. People demanding answers in the parliamentary committee. I'm just reading the first paragraph from the article. Investigating suspended public protector Busisiwe Mkhwebane on Friday dismissed bribery allegations against fellow member as fiction. However, a record of WhatsApp messages which they have published shared with the Hawks implicate chairperson Richard Jantyi. Mkhwebane's husband, David Skosana, has opened a criminal case of extortion against ANC MPs Richard Jantyi, Tina Jumat-Peterson and Pemi Mojadina. So it's all here, but this is going to be an interesting one. And I saw calls from Bantola Misa saying, please sort this mess out before Monday, i.e. today, so that Mkhwebane inquiry is not delayed. This is a big one.
Well, we'll see how all of that unfolds when they resume.
Yeah.
The next one is hashtag Woolies.
Yeah.
Woolies has been trending all weekend.
It has. It started on Friday. So I've got in front of me their Pride Month. This was what they wrote. And we saw, like, in store, they had a lot of the sort of Pride celebration, the colours, the rainbow colours, all of this. And then they wrote, it's International Pride Month. At Woolies, we celebrate the LGBTQIA+ community all year round, and we're continuously working better to serve our community, people and customers. Here are a few things we've done in this space in the last year, and then they go out and talk about what they've done and the range of merchandise and everything that they've done to support the community. So
the backlash, of course, is what has got Woolies trending. And many people saying that this is enough for them to boycott Woolies.
Wow.
And
why? What are the reasons they're giving?
Well, people are saying that they feel that this is like being forced down their throats. No need for Woolies to go this far. But, you know, it's that sort of back and forth that we've become accustomed to. Woolies saying that, you know, every person has the right to dignity, regardless of their identity, and therefore this is not the first, it's not the only time that, you know, they have shown support. It's just the whole back and forth, and
it's nonsense,
I suppose nonsense. And then it was, you remember, people said they would boycott Dis-Chem. Well, their financials show they're just fine.
Yeah, exactly. They're okay. They're doing just fine. All right. So that's the whole thing with I'm amazed. I'm amazed by the backlash. In fact, I don't know. Lucas Radebe, you were saying there was this big sort of debate again. Lucas Radebe, what's going on there?
You know, the best centre backs, and OJ Mabizela was one of the names that was thrown out there because someone had said that OJ Mabizela was the best centre-back that South Africa had produced. Now, you would remember when Tottenham came out to South Africa and they played against Pirates, OJ Mabizela was a player that they had signed and taken back to the English Premiership with them. But his stint was short-lived because of disciplinary issues. And so there was this whole debate, the back and forth about who is the best centre back. And many people were of the opinion that it is Lucas Radebe, and others, of course, saying that OJ didn't quite get to live up to his potential. So and I suppose that's the point.
That was the
if you didn't live up to your potential, you know.
I have nothing to add. I don't know. I take your word for whatever anyone's saying on that one. But I'm whatever. That's a good one. What I can tell you about is, to wrap it up, Jacinda Ardern. I'm sorry. Jacinda Ardern. I'd be that prime candidate. You know how you always joke about Man City supporters. They cannot say that they watched football before a certain time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could be a candidate for that. You know, I only started with because you made me do it. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah, I take credit for...
You take credit for it all.
Your phenomenal growth.
In exactly, but those days I still don't know. Anyway, quickly, Jacinda Ardern, our final trending topic. The former Prime Minister, the New Zealand Prime Minister, received one of New Zealand's top honours, and this is why she's trending, and they're talking about it, which basically recognised her efforts for leading the country through COVID-19, through the terror attacks on 2 Christchurch mosques and the White Island volcanic eruption. So she was named Dame Grand Companion, which is the second highest honour in New Zealand on King Charles's birthday holiday, which is today. So there we go.
Yeah,
that
well
wraps
done
it up.
to her.
Yeah,
Dame
indeed.
Jacinda.
Dame Grand Companion. Yo. Okay.
All of that.
We'll just call her DGC.